Hello, today I am testing a live stream. It is first time I am doing this test. It took some time to set up the system because the traditional live stream did not work. It did not work both on the mobile phone and the desktop. So I have to install some extra software. I have to install some extra software for encoding, and now it looks that it is working, but I'm not sure. I think after I will stop the live stream, I will know better. Okay, today I want to talk about the coronavirus. I will talk about the global status of coronavirus in all over the world. So I normally use this World O Meters website to look at the status. I can see that USA as usual is on top. They have now 600,000 confirmed cases. 22,000 have been registered today, and more than 2,000 people died today. This is terrible. I mean, 2,000 people are terrible. So USA is still doing bad, and the number of dead bodies are not decreasing. So the curve is not flattening. And as I said in the past, that many countries will cross over China. Now China has gone at number 7 position, and even UK is now has more confirmed cases than China. And I think UK is nowadays also worse hit country like USA. In UK, more than 700 people have been dead today. Not many people died in Spain today. That is very good. I think Spain is now doing better. I hope it will continue to do better. I remember, I think just few days back, there were more than 1,000 people or almost 1,000 people were dying in Spain every day, but today it is only 300. So this is much better. Italy is still doing bad. 600 people died today. In France, 760 people have died today. Let's look at Sweden. We are very interested to look at Sweden because Sweden has implemented a different strategy to tackle coronavirus than the rest of the world. Sweden did not implement a rigid lockdown practices. Sweden has applied a strategy where people are allowed to do whatever they want, but they should take responsibilities by themselves. And most of the people in Sweden, they are highly educated, and they have good awareness, they have good education, and also the population is not much. People are living far away from the cities. So I think the strategy in Sweden is working fine for most of the people. But for the cities, it's like a disaster for the cities. In Sweden today, 114 people have died today, and I think most of them are from big cities, Stockholm and Göteborg. And there's a big difference between cities and the countryside and suburb areas, because in cities there are a lot of immigrants. They live in the cities and they come from different background and cultures. They have different ways of working, and they have different mentality. They don't have also and they don't have enough education and awareness, and they probably don't know how to protect themselves. And maybe many people are living in same flat, maybe like 10 people or 15 people are living in one flat, or sometimes even in one room. So I think Sweden should have implemented the lockout strategy in the cities at least, and there's no lockdown in cities. So I think the virus is spreading. More than 11,000 people have been infected. If you compare Scandinavian countries, then Sweden is the worst hit country. I think it is almost twice more than Norway and Denmark. So the strategy in Denmark and Norway has been working very good, but not in Sweden because in Denmark they implemented the lockdown strategy. So Denmark and Norway, they basically apply the same principles, but Sweden applied the opposite principles. And I think Sweden trusted too much uh, on their citizens. And as I said, most of the people, most of the Swedes, I think they have proper education and awareness, and maybe they are well protected, but most of the immigrants, they are badly impacted due to uh, this controversial coronavirus strategy from the Swedish health authorities and the government. Because maybe 11,000 confirmed cases does not sound too bad in comparison with other countries, but think about that Sweden is a very big country in terms of geography, but very less populated. Population is about 10 million or maybe between 10 to 12, somewhere that. So population is not much. So in terms of, if you consider population, then 11,000 is too much. Let's look at Pakistan. I think Pakistan is also applying same kind of strategy as Sweden. There's not a serious lockdown that has been implemented in Pakistan. And Pakistan is also not doing as much test cases as the rest of the world. Only 70,000 people have been tested in Pakistan so far. Let's see how many people have been tested in Sweden. 54,000. So Sweden and Pakistan both are not testing so many people, and both have not been very strict to lockdown. And Pakistan has only 5,837 registered cases, and only 341 have been registered today. 3 people have been dead today. But I think in Pakistan, these are not the real uh, cases. But I think in all the countries, these are not the real cases, but especially in Pakistan, I think they are not testing a lot of people. And also maybe Pakistani people, they have some kind of natural defense system against many viruses. So it's helping. So it's helping maybe due to nature and also due to the kind of food they eat, because uh, in their normal day-to-day eating habits, they eat, for example, a lot of mm, it's called I don't know what's called this thing called in English. It's called ginger, and a lot of spicy food they eat, and those spices, some of the spices, they help to protect against different kind of viruses. So, but still, I think in Pakistan it could go very bad. It could go very bad, and I don't think the hot weather will help a lot. It is helping, but maybe it will not help as much as people think. So I am worried about both Sweden and Pakistan. I think both can go soon very bad. If something bad happen in Pakistan, for example, if the virus is going to spread in thickly populated areas of Pakistan, then maybe in one day, 100,000 people could be infected, because people are living in a very uh, congested area. Okay, I think that was all about the status. 1.99 million people have been confirmed as coronavirus victims. So I think soon it will be 2 million. I mean, this is used when I remember in the beginning, uh, I, I was thinking maybe even 100,000 people may not. I think not only me, but everyone was thinking in the beginning that not many people will be impacted by this virus, and people were thinking maybe like 100,000 figure is too high, it will never happen. And we have quickly crossed now over 1 million, and now we are going to cross 2 million. And I think the second 1 million was very quick, maybe in 10 days. I think roughly between 10 to 15 days it took to reach from 1 million to 2 million. 125,000 people have died so far, and only 466 people have been recovered. I think recovery rate is not very good. And also I want to tell before we close that people are thinking that there are not huge problems in Africa, because uh, if you look at the statistics coming from the African countries, then there has not been many confirmed cases. But I also think that they also have lack of resources to test. So you have to consider developing countries in a different way than the developed countries. Developing countries don't have so much resources as the developed countries, and they cannot spend huge money to test people, for example, and to even find the cases. So many people maybe are dying in both Africa and developing countries in Asia, but those people have not been registered. They have not been formally registered as a coronavirus victim. So that was all. So this was my first attempt to test the live stream. Let's see how it works. I'm not even sure if my voice is working. So I think I will stop the live stream now, and thank you. Goodbye. Bye bye.